Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Suit for the Soul Tarot. I actually thought I would actually do something different for this live. I am actually going to do a reading about a Saturn retrograde. So I'm actually going to pull a crystal for this as well. Give me one second. Let me just see if I can connect with a crystal here. Okay, actually, I'm connecting to this crystal here. So this is just a raw fluorite gemstone here. Okay. And I did choose to start with this oracle deck, which is focused on career and money. Okay. So perfect for that Saturn retrograde energy here. Okay. So with the Saturn retrograde, I feel like, for one, there is a lot of concentration on career right now, on money right now. And maybe it's feeling a bit anxious about the places where we've been irresponsible in regards to those things, in regards to finances, in regards to career, in regards to your work. Perhaps you are anxious because maybe you haven't been managing your finances correctly. And maybe there is this big upcoming bill that you know you have to pay or you have to address, okay? In regards to like career, maybe you're worried because your biggest obstacle is school. And if you're in school, maybe you're worried about your debts, so on and so forth. So with this fluorite energy here, I feel like this has to do with worry and anxiety about those things. Okay. And trying to address them. I do feel kind of like frozen a bit in fear. Maybe fear and worry are overwhelming your mind at this time. Maybe you want to act, you want to straighten things out, but maybe there are obstacles in the way. Maybe there's something that is currently restricting you from making moves, okay? But yeah, let's dive into the Saturn retrograde reading. Thank you so much for liking the live. Appreciate you. So let's see what's going on here. Saturn retrograde. These cards are a little slippery. Saturn retrograde. All right. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have star power, and it says, you need engaging work that will let your talents shine. You are a natural actor and influencer. You attract fame and fortune. The card that came out, though, was this card here, this picture of this jellyfish, and it says, in the flow, the universe is sending you help. Tap into your inner power and go deeper to create the purposeful life you really want to have. Okay. So I feel like here you are trying to find how to get where you want to go. So I feel like a lot of people are getting this epiphany, or maybe the collective here tonight have gotten this epiphany of, hey, you know, I realized that I want to go after emotional fulfillment and not necessarily being driven by just money. So how do I go about that, considering my past decisions have led me here to, I don't know, for example, a job where I'm not happy, or a job that just doesn't pay enough and I don't feel fulfilled, you know. So I feel like you're kind of trying to find your way, maybe looking for signs, okay, of where you're being asked to go, or where your soul is trying to guide you. Okay. I do feel, though, with the jellyfish, I feel like there's an emphasis on the stingers. So I feel like, for one, you feel like you've been burned. And two, you doubt your ability to have this Midas touch. You feel like all of your decisions up until now haven't really led you anywhere you want to be, or has not made you feel any more special, if that's what you're looking for, or again has not given you maybe a sense of purpose or fulfillment. So I feel like there's this doubt in yourself about wondering if you can actually get there, if you can actually have the skill sets to obtain this goal or dream, or to reach this just fulfillment. Okay, so I'm going to roll this astro dice here and see where else this Saturn retrograde energy is taking us. Okay, so we have the 7th house. We have this Cancer energy here. And we actually have this North node, or this Rahu energy here as well. So I feel like with this retrograde, there's this need to look into your past. Maybe you need to reflect on your past and why you weren't able to reach a sense of fulfillment. What blocked your way in the past? Was it family? Was it upbringing? Was it a certain belief system or ideology that was, I don't know, influencing you to make you believe that you needed to go down this route? And I do feel like, again, this has something to do with, more specifically, your family and how you were brought up. Okay, especially with the 7th house here, there's an emphasis on others. Maybe you were looking to others for their approval, for validation. Maybe you wanted your family to be proud of you. And so somehow you ended here. You know? And ironically, maybe you feel, some of you, as if your family didn't end up, I don't know, maybe they were disappointed actually in where you've ended up, or maybe they were confused as to how you ended up there, even though you wanted their validation, you wanted to make certain choices that aligned with their hopes and their dreams. I feel like maybe there's this realization that, hey, you know, like maybe I sabotaged opportunities. And maybe it's because I didn't really want them. Maybe it was because the only reason why I ended up here in the first place is because other people wanted me to. But regardless, I do feel like there is this reflection on the past and family influences on your dreams. I also feel like there needs to be this healing energy as well. Coming to terms with or accepting where you are now and forgiving yourself for the decisions that you did make that led you here. If you have regrets, which all or if most of us do in some way or another. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go into this more. Also, there may be this yearning for love, yearning for partnership as well, wanting to be guided to the right partner or the partner that you are looking for, maybe the characteristics or the values you're looking for, especially for those that have maybe recently gotten a divorce or have recently separated from someone. Saturn in retrograde energy. We have Child Divine, yep, in the reverse. Bottom of the deck, we have Destroyer in the reverse. I'm going to read the shadow energy for this. And it says, intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potential. Okay. And this card, I'll read both. The light and shadow says, light, innocence, purity, and redemption suggests a special connection with the divine. The shadow here is an inability to defend oneself against negative forces here. And with this energy, I just feel like you're kind of, again, floating aimlessly. There is this lack of direction. And that's just because you're starting over. Again, I feel like there's been an ending for a lot of you, whether it be an ending of a relationship or realizing that this job isn't for you. So maybe you quit a job, or maybe you're in a state of transition from a job or from a home even. You know, and again, this has a lot to do with upbringing, your childhood. Realizing that you don't have to carry around these insecurities or wounds that are from your childhood, and you can heal and have more control over your future. But I feel like we're not at that stage just yet, right? We're still in this phase of healing. And so we're kind of drifting, not sure where the current is going to take us. You know, we can't quite see the shore just yet. And I feel like that is intentional for Saturn. Okay, let's see more of this energy here. And see where Saturn is taking us. Where is Saturn taking us? We have positive movement forward. Okay. On the deck, we have mental conflict. So again, there's this energy of coasting, right? Can't quite see the shore. I feel like even though Saturn is having us take a step back and reflect and address how family belief systems and past narratives have really shaped our current reality and where we are today. But I feel like that is just in preparation to move us forward. It may not seem like it right now. You may feel confused as to why this ending has really happened. Confused as to where is this really taking you. But number 8 is a Saturn number. Okay. So again, I feel like that's just karma. That's just destiny. I feel like there was a lesson, or there were lessons learned on this path. Okay. And you needing to know what those were in order for you to move on to this next phase of your life, and taking those lessons with you. It's just a new chapter, I feel, for a lot of you. Okay, so I'm going to pull some tarot cards now. Actually, I feel like I want to connect more with this deck. Saturn in retrograde. There's also something here about sunset. The sun setting. One second. Maybe some of you are heading east. Heading east. Moving east. Doesn't necessarily have to be. All right. The Nine of Cups in the reverse. The Six of Wands. The Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. I guess you can see that. Okay. King of Cups. Wow. Bottom of the deck, the Page of Cups in the reverse. I'm also hearing going or go south. go south. Maybe then for some of you that may be literal. But for one, maybe that means you also need to go. But for one, maybe that means you also need to go. I'm gonna call that person back in a minute. Give me 1 second. Let me just message this person. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, some of you, I don't know, we were traveling south literally, but maybe that also means that you actually need to go in the opposite direction. Again, to find yourself, or to discover something new, or to take care of some other business here. Maybe you need to kind of clean up something, you know. For example, the metaphor that comes to mind is if you want to move, maybe first you got to sell your house if you have a home you own or a house that you own. And maybe before you can do that, you first need to move all your stuff out. You know, you need to kind of clean up, maybe refurbish the home before you put it on the market and move forward, you know. So you may have discovered new territory, but you still got to take care of business back home in order to move forward. So maybe that metaphorically also connects with you if it's not literal. Okay. But with the Six of Wands, I do feel like you are going to conquer whatever you were dealing with in your past. I do feel like you're going to have some kind of emotional satisfaction or feeling content about dealing with your past. So, for example, if you're getting a divorce, maybe it's finalizing that divorce before you move forward. If it's a house or a home, you know, maybe you just moved all your stuff out and you thought this would be very difficult because maybe, you know, you are carrying all the weight. You know, maybe you're doing this by yourself. You don't have any support. Maybe you don't really have friends in the area that can help. And so even though you felt overwhelmed having to do this task of moving everything out, you do, and you're able to, you know, refurbish your home and put it on the market so you can move forward. Just examples like that. But with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse and the Nine of Cups in reverse, I do feel like this is when you try to take a step forward. Okay, because you're kind of in this in-between state. I feel like things are not going to move forward for you very quickly. Okay. And maybe that might be some disappointment. Maybe there are some setbacks along the way. For example, if you moved somewhere new, or if you are in the process of moving somewhere new, maybe you're excited for this new start. However, The con of that is you have to get retrained, or you have to learn a whole different job, you know, and you're like, dang, I got to start from scratch again, or I have to start over again. I have to familiarize myself with this again. And maybe there is that frustration that you're having, you know, of like, man, like I'm too old for some of you. Some of you may feel like as if you're too old to start over. Maybe you're not liking being put in this position of being treated or being looked at as a child or as someone new, or being looked at like you don't know anything, even though you may have had a lot of experience up until this point, you know? So yeah, I feel like there is some frustration and nervousness as well when it comes to this. You know, maybe you're not really sure if you're going to transition very well, if you're going to fit in this new environment or not, or is this going to be successful? There's a lot of uncertainty here that you're feeling in this new environment that you will be finding yourself in. Or for those that have already reached this state, you know, maybe you're a little ahead of the game. Maybe you're feeling right now anxious about starting over. For some of you here also with the 9 of Cups in the reverse, this is in regards to relationships, partnerships. Maybe some of you feel as if you're a little too late. That may mean a myriad of things, okay? The example, though, that's coming to mind is maybe you were really looking forward to, I don't know, courting someone, and maybe somebody else swooped that person up. Maybe you're a little too late somehow. Somebody may have taken what you wanted or who you wanted. Or maybe that's how you feel. Maybe you feel like you're a little late. Maybe you're a little late in the game. Okay, for those that are dealing with love situations here, that may apply to you. Or you may just have fear that someone may kind of swoop up this person that you're looking at or that you desire, okay? Or just fear that you're not wanted, that you're not good enough. So, what does the future hold for you? In regards to Saturnian things? Judgment. Okay. This is a new beginning. This is something that I feel like is guaranteed. Even if you felt betrayed, even if you felt disheartened, even if you felt like nothing went right, you are going to get this new beginning. Again, you're going to be 6 of Wands, King of Cups, victorious in this endeavor. At the very least, you'll feel stronger. Okay? I feel like you're also regaining strength, more specifically emotional strength. And that's just because right now you're doing healing. Inner child healing. So I'm going to grab one more card, and this is for advice. Kind of interesting that I said going south, and then in this card, this, you know, this person is literally going down the steps, you know. Anyways, what advice, Spirit? We have the present moment. Bottom of the deck, we have self-forgiveness, by the way. But this says, focusing on the now is the underlying principle of mindfulness. By keeping our full attention on the sights and sensations of the present, on the present moment, we stop our mind from wandering off on unhelpful tangents or towards issues that we can't change. Being attentive to what is right in front of us creates a clear and calm mind and helps us notice and experience things that so often passes by. I'm a mindful person who truly lives in and experiences the present moment. I will not autopilot my way through tasks. Yeah, so again, I do feel like this is happening for you in the future. And so I feel like the advice is not to take things for granted. Even the things that we think are bringing us a lot of pain, because they all have something to teach us. And they're part of our journey, part of our story, and they're helping us. It's helping bring us where we're supposed to be, you know. Especially if we are, of course, doing the work and trying to be in alignment with our highest, you know, destiny. So, yeah. I feel like you will be more in the moment, of course, if you confront the past, you know, and you work through this anxiety of having to start over, and also the fear of not being enough. Also, possibly for some of you, healing from some kind of loss of a relationship, you know, or loss of an opportunity, or feeling as if something is a little too late, you know. I feel like this is moving on from that, putting this behind you so you can finally shut this door and feel at least as if you don't have any regrets, because you've already dealt with this baggage. Okay? All right, guys. That is the Saturnian reading. If you found this interesting, please hit the follow button. Maybe subscribe to my YouTube channel, Suit for the Soul Tarot. And maybe like this live as well. For those that want to donate to show support, to help contribute, I really would appreciate it. I have a Cash App or Venmo, which you can find through the link in my bio, or if you just want a reading. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to go. I may come back on at a later time, but I'm going to take care of a few other things, and hopefully I'll be here a little later tonight. All right. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys sometime soon. Bye.